The Rock and Hulk Hogan will be appearing on the Raw Netflix debut. Also, John Cena's Raw return plans are revealed, and we have an update on Steve Austin's rumoured WWE return. It's all in the wrestling news. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I'm Jack. This is Ross from Cultaholic. Here we are with the first... not the first news.
The first one we've done,
Our first news of 2025. And it's tonight's the night.
Tonight is the night, as the Raw theme said about 10 years ago.
It did. And it won't this time, but it is going to be on Netflix for the first time ever. So there's a lot of stories about tonight's show in this news video. Starting off with The Rock and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, The Rock did an Instagram post celebrating his Samoan heritage where he's just basically said, I'm going to be on Raw tonight, dedicated to his mother and stuff like that. So that's nice, isn't it, Jack?
Yes, it is. It's the first official confirmation that The Rock will be part of tonight's show after months of speculation. It's obviously going to lead, though, to increased speculation that he'll be part of the road to WrestleMania, you'd imagine.
He will be part of the road to WrestleMania, surely. He'll try and get in for the title from Cody, but he won't get it, Jack, because we'll say no.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
As well as The Rock, the Wrestling Observer has revealed that Hulk Hogan is scheduled to be at Raw tonight in Los Angeles. This would mark Hogan's first appearance in front of a WWE crowd in many years. He appeared in a video package for the Royal Rumble and has recently appeared in a video for the next Saturday night's main event. But he hasn't been there live since, well, the last one I can think of is when he co-hosted WrestleMania.
When he dressed as a pirate, him and Titus O'Neil. Great times.
Yeah, it was great times.
Yeah, but I can't think of one either.
No, it'll be interesting to see what the reception is. It's a clear sign as well that WWE have put, there's been reports that they want to make this like a grand, almost pay-per-view level show, and they're two of the biggest names in wrestling history.
Yeah, Hogan's involvement is going to be interesting going forward as well, because there's a story going to go on to later on where his involvement is also in that as well, the ring mat. His beer is on there, one of the sponsors on the mat.
We'll get to that in a second, but first we're going to talk now about John Cena, because Dr. Chris Featherston from Sportskeeda has revealed that both The Rock and Hogan will be cutting promos on tonight's Netflix debut, and that John Cena, who was we already knew he was going to be on the show, will also have promo time on tonight's event, presumably to hype his retirement year, his farewell tour.
Yeah, so goodness knows what The Rock and Hulk Hogan are going to say, but you know for a fact that Cena's going to be in the ring speaking about wistfully, I'm going to retire, and who interferes the promo to set off his first program?
Well, whoever it is, you'd imagine that's who is his WrestleMania opponent.
Yeah.
Or maybe his opponent at the Royal Rumble if he's not in the Rumble itself.
He will be in the Rumble.
He's going to win the Rumble.
He'll win the Rumble and go to face Cody at WrestleMania.
Maybe it'll be Cody then. Even if Cody doesn't interrupt it in like a challenging sort of way to say, well, I'm better than you, John, I think WWE might not be able to resist having the current face of the product and the previous big baby face in the ring at the same time and all that sort of stuff.
Passing of the torch. It also makes you think about The Rock, though, from the Raw after WrestleMania last year when he talked about the watches, without saying overtly we're talking about the watches here, because obviously that's the thing to set up a future. You would think Cody versus Rock match. If he's going to go after Cena instead, Cody Rhodes, what does that mean for Dwayne?
Yeah, what does that mean for him? There's various different combinations of big matches they could set
Hulk Hogan can get involved in a wrestling capacity. Come on, Ric Flair will come down.
More names appearing on tonight's Raw as well. First of all, Mike Johnson from PW Insider has said that Shawn Michaels is expected to make an appearance on tonight's show. That's not too...
NXT invasion, Jack. Let's go.
Raw is under siege.
On site. Take over NXT. It's the Netflix debut. The casuals won't have a clue about the brilliance that is NXT.
No, but you've just put Obafemi in the ring and have him batter someone. Imagine. That's a new star straight away.
With Shawn Michaels on his shoulders like a little boy.
WWE have also put out an official announcement on their socials that former US champion Logan Paul will be returning to WWE on tonight's Netflix debut. It was also announced during the Netflix kickoff event that Logan had been moved to Raw, the Raw brand going forwards, and has already teased a program with the current World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. I thought he was retired. He said he was retired.
Well, you don't believe that.
No,
arsehole, do you?
No. I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, I don't particularly think the show needs Logan Paul, but I can, from just a business point of view or whatever, I can see why they've done it. To get mass attention. He is one of the biggest social media people in the world. It's the Netflix debut.
That's literally why he's there, isn't it? Yeah.
It's
Come
just
on in, kids.
I bet they couldn't believe how lucky they were when he turned out to be pretty good at wrestling.
Yeah.
And also, the Wrestling Observer also says that there are some celebrities rumored to be making appearances tonight too, but there's been no details as to who they might be. They might not be a bit. They could even just be shown in the crowd, something like that. Yeah.
Crossover with the Netflix shows. Squid Game's on the go at the moment, isn't it?
Oh, right, okay.
Get the lads in for a little wrestling
All
match.
the lads.
Yeah. Little 400 versus 5 tag team match against the White Six.
Slaughter the ones who lose. Yeah. The full lineup of existing matches for the Raw Netflix debut has also been announced, as well as appearances by the people we've mentioned: The Rock, Hogan, Cena, and Logan Paul. We have the following matches, Ross.
Yes, first and foremost, a last woman standing for the WWE Women's World Title, with Liv Morgan, the champion, defending against Rhea Ripley, which is apparently going to be their last match together for this program.
Now, you'd imagine Rhea Ripley's going to win.
Yes.
But the stipulation just makes me think, oh.
Who will get involved?
And she doesn't need to get pinned to lose. But if I had to put money on it, I'd still think Rhea Ripley's good, because it's their last match and all that.
And it feels like they would want to start something like the Raw debut on Netflix with a big title change and making someone like Rhea Ripley seem like a focal point of the entire thing.
I would say so as well. Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso. Drew continuing his quest to get revenge on the Bloodline. He already has attacked Jey, but this is a real match now.
And he's been a nice guy to Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. I've been watching it upstairs there this morning. Just he told the truth to Cody Rhodes and Cody didn't believe him. But then naive Cody Rhodes.
I think he did a tweet or a post, didn't he, after that? Saying, I just wanted to get a better look at his tattoo when he was hugging him. And it's as terrible as you'd imagine, or something like that. He
Lovely.
The New Day versus Rey Mysterio and their mystery partner. Bit of speculation in the notes here, which Tom wrote. It's got to be Penta, he says. Would you agree?
Think. Yeah, these little promo packages, the one that gave it away last week, wasn't it? With the little mask appearing with the eyes and whatnot. Jose, the assistant? No, that's the big debut.
Wow.
I can't tell if this is just a carny being a carny or whether he's actually involved in Penta's sort of presentation.
Maybe.
In WWE.
You've got to be fuming if you're Alex Abrahantes.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was Penta's boy.
The hype man.
What was that? That's what he does.
Sarah Miedo.
I was there. I think you were there at that one as well when Penta got injured and carried out the match, and then he came back as Red Penta, and Alex Abrahantes was having the best time.
He was.
CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, that's a big match. I don't know what else to say.
The first of a double, I was going to say a trilogy there, but maybe not a trilogy. Maybe a double G.
Do you think they'll run it back at WrestleMania? And of course, tribal combat between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa for, I believe, the Ula Fala as well.
The Ula Fala, possession of the Ula Fala. I reckon The Rock will get involved in that, and that'll set that WrestleMania program on the way. If The Rock doesn't get involved with Cena and Cody. God, there's so many things that could happen.
There are a lot of options. Ross mentioned this a bit earlier, but the new canvas is quite interesting. We'll get Owen to put a picture of it up there as we talk about it. This circulated on X thanks to WrestlingNews.co, I believe, or that's who did that tweet anyway. A lot of sponsors.
There is a lot of sponsors, and that's fair enough in the modern day.
I suppose so, yeah.
It looks a bit naff, though. You know, New Japan do the similar thing, don't they? And theirs looks a lot more elegant than that one does there.
Yeah, whereas this one's a bit... Well, it reminded me of the UFC Octagon a little bit, and that makes sense, I suppose.
I guess we're doing a little bit of assuming here as well that is the Raw canvas, because obviously SmackDown last week was just a blue one with no sponsors whatsoever, but there is a big dirty Netflix logo on there, so we're assuming that is because it's on Netflix Raw. So, it's a canvas. We're not going to even pay attention to it, are we?
No. Well, I think we might do for like the first half hour, and then it'll fade into we'll just become sheep like we always are to advertising.
To it, yes.
And finally, we've mentioned a lot of the biggest names ever in wrestling on this video who have already been confirmed, but there's an update on the rumors of another one of the big names, Ross, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
So they're doing a big drone display in the sky at night. Last night, all the superstars' logos were appearing, the company logo, Netflix, all this stuff. It looked fantastic. And one of the logos that appeared was Stone Cold Steve Austin, which led to people assuming that Stone Cold could get involved with the Raw debut on Netflix, but that might not happen.
No, again, Dr. Chris Featherston from Sportskeeda is on the case. He's reported that there were plans in place for Stone Cold Steve Austin to make an appearance on the show, but those plans have been scrapped according to his sources. He adds, WWE is really focused on making this a PLE quality show to kick off their partnership, as many people have said already. Now, that's disappointing.
Of course it is.
But I don't know what else to say.
You know we've got to blame for this, don't you? Bloody Pancho and Moncho. Oh my God, I haven't talked. Poncho and Macho.
The cats.
The cats, yes.
Yeah.
Pictures of the cats, please, Owen. They're wonderful cats.
They're just keeping him busy all the time.
Yeah, all the time. That little rascal Poncho, he can't keep him contained.
Yeah, and Macho, he says, is pretty solid as well. He's definitely got a favourite out of the two.
Yeah, he loves Poncho.
He loves Poncho, but he's always like, Macho's okay.
He's coming out with Shell though, Macho.
Is he?
That's the big breaking news, yeah.
Oh, fair enough. That's nice to know. If you want to watch Adam Pacitti and Andrew Hodkinson's live reactions to tonight's Raw on Netflix debut, you can do so at youtube.com/Cultaholic/live. I'm sure that lots of things will happen.
I bet they will.
Oh, yeah.
Within
Those
the
names
3
involved,
hours, yeah.
of course. And I think emerging from it, we might have a bit of a clearer picture as to the road to WrestleMania. We'll be back later on today with more wrestling news, and leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Jack. This has been Ross, and we'll see you very soon.